All right, this is take like
3.
fucking 8. I usually don't curse this early, but god damn it. Hello, everyone. Push through. This is show business. This is how it works.
Just
Hello, everyone.
Technical difficulties on our side.
Too many technical difficulties on our side. Honestly, it's GarageBand's fault. Yeah, I fucking said it. So upset. All right, everyone. This is In the Parking Lot episode. Give me the Todd Dillinger shit one more time. 10, 10, 10. That's a count out as well. My name is Eli, my man.
Pepper here.
How you guys doing? We're going to talk about two
loiterers.
things today. I definitely talk over you one more time.
Fellow loiterers.
Loiterers. Okay. Loiterers. Should have clapped first, but I didn't. Oh well. Talking about two things today. We're talking about Sony and Marvel. Well, honestly, Sony and Disney arguing about Spiderman. And then also D23 announcements. And I can't use my phone anymore because it's recording. But you have one now. So
we have the technology.
Okay.
Kind of.
So, take 3. Try to use the same enthusiasm as the first thing. I know it's going to be very tough. And hopefully the microphone is not in frame. I don't think it is. I think it should be okay, but we'll see.
Yeah, definitely.
So, Sony, Marvel, Spider-Man, and go.
Opinion.
Yes.
I am definitely upset about it. I think what they've done with the past 2 movies and everything with Spider-Man in Civil War, in Avengers, all of that, definitely set up a lot. So the fact that he's probably not going to be in it anymore kind of hurts, kind of sucks, especially getting the Fantastic Four back, especially getting X-Men back, because Spider-Man obviously has so many ties with both franchises that you could have done a lot with it. And it's kind of it's just upsetting. So I don't know what the contract was. I know we talked about it in take 1.
So I know the details of how it was initially. So I read an article of the details of how the contract worked out first. Basically, it was Marvel, it was Disney Studios and Sony working together, and they did. I think the number was 5. They would get 5% of revenue from opening weekend or something like that.
That's it.
But they would also get all licensing and all of those things like that, merchandising.
Right.
They would have all of that. They would keep all of that.
All control for that. I get that.
And I guess Sony fit the bill on how much it costs to actually film.
Right.
Disney's new thing was 50-50.
Yeah.
They would split revenues 50-50, but also they would help them fund 50% of the film. So let's say it cost $1 million.
They pay $500.
$500, they pay $500.
Yeah.
And they would work it like that.
But see, and in my, what I don't understand is how do you not take that deal? Because not only is your company not spending as much money, but you're getting help, and then on top of that, you're still going to be making how much money the movie makes, how much money the merchandise makes, and ticket sales. So everything with that, you're not spending as much money, yet you're going to be making more money.
Right.
So the amount of money you're saving plus the amount of money that is coming in from all the revenue from the movies and everything like that, you're going to be making more than what you did in the first deal.
Right.
So to me, it's literally like a pissing match between these 2 companies.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah, it's 2 powerhouses that just don't want to give an inch. And to me, it really doesn't make sense.
Yeah, and the way I was reading an article, I read a couple articles on it, and I was talking about it with some people. The article represented it in a decent way. I thought they did a good job of kind of talking about the situation as unbiased as possible.
Right.
So basically, it's 2-pronged, and that's kind of how I felt from the beginning. Marvel wanted too much, and then Sony didn't want to give more. And the reasoning that the article gave was they kind of used, I think it's a metaphor. Basically, Sony thinks they can win a championship with the Bulls without Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan being Kevin Feige, that whole team that has obviously created stuff. But then also...
I got something to build off of that when you're done.
But then also the amount of money that Disney wanted now, they went from 5% of a certain amount of sales
to 50-50.
with all the merchandising stuff to 50-50, and they still wanted merchandising. Presumably, you got to fill those amusement parks with something.
Oh, exactly, I mean? Without a doubt.
So I guess Sony was like, how they thought about it was, hey, we did 2 movies that did pretty well for us that were Sony only. Into the Spider-Verse and Venom.
No, the first, not... Oh! I'm sorry. I thought you meant the Homecoming and Far From Home.
No. I'm talking Sony only.
Yeah.
By themselves. One studio creating the stuff.
Yeah.
Venom and Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
And they saw that there was a market for it, and they gained a good amount of money from both. That's kind of what hinted to we could win the championship without Michael Jordan kind of thing.
So I was reading an article, get back before I forget, about Kevin Feige. I was reading something that even if the deal went through, Kevin Feige wouldn't be running it.
Interesting.
Or I think that was maybe one of the reasons why they started falling out. Because I think Disney was pulling him off of the Spider-Man projects because of obviously the recent acquirement of X-Men and Fox. Or X-Men, Fox.
All that, and also the shows and stuff.
Right.
Feige's doing.
So the shows, Fox, X-Men, they wanted him to focus on that and not Spider-Man. So it was like pretty much a too much on his plate type deal.
Right.
And I think that was one of the things that kind of like wore Sony off of it. But still,
which is interesting because he's juggled how many movies in production before?
Yeah, and what's I mean, it's not like...
It's not even like it's like, oh, what's one more? It's pretty much like you're not solely going to be working on Spider-Man. You're going to be working with Sony. So you could write a list of things that you have ideas and give to them, and then they look at it, and then you'll help them through the process. But on the other hand, I do get it to burn out and all that other things because now he is doing Disney Plus stuff.
Yeah.
He is going to have to deal with X-Men and Fantastic Four. He's still going to have to deal with the rest of the MCU movies.
Right.
They announced the date for Black Panther 2, the host of other movies coming out as well. Yeah. Things like that.
So it's just, and now, like something, because I was talking about it to a couple of my friends. What do they do in the movies? Like, because obviously Spider-Man's not going to be there anymore. So do you write him off? Do you not mention him? Do you kill him off? Because honestly, the way I would want him to do it is at least like a write-off or kill the character off if he's not coming back. Because what's going to happen is you're going to get a situation like The Dark Knight Rises.
Right.
Because of Heath Ledger dying, obviously. It's really bothered me about that movie and the way they handled it, because obviously you weren't replacing him in that time frame and you couldn't do anything with the character, but they go from Dark Knight to Dark Knight Rises. There's an 8-year gap in between the movies, and you don't even mention the Joker.
Right.
Like, you don't even mention the fact that he's alive or dead or in prison or anything like that. Like, you didn't write the character off.
Right. That's definitely a thing I didn't think of. But I think what Disney's pretty classy when it comes to things like that. So what I think they're going to do is they're probably going to, like, write him off. Like,
and I'd
somebody
rather
would be like, oh, where's the kid? Or because obviously they can't use Peter Parker or Spider-Man or anything like that because they no longer own the character.
Yeah.
Somebody might be like, oh, where's the kid? And they could be like, oh, he's stuck in, Queens, taking care of Queens.
Yeah.
So he's not going to be with us anymore, or something along those lines.
Something I want it to be. I'm hoping, obviously, something, at least a mention, and at least something that makes sense.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Because I get that, I understand that what you're saying, but I wouldn't want him to do it that way. Like, oh, he's stuck in Queens helping out that, because you already had him against Thanos. You already had him against Mysterio. Like, you already had him in Civil War. So you had him in the biggest problems that could face the Avengers. So it's like, what's causing that much of a problem that he can't come? You know what I mean? So that's why it's something that's going to have to be
or
dealt
maybe
with.
like we relieved him of his duty as an Avenger.
Or something
because
like
we realized, oh, he's only a kid. Kind of thing.
Something like that, or somebody somehow his powers like stopped, or somebody hit him with like a venom serum, or a spider, like somebody fixed the spider, like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I know that kind of sounds, excuse me, I know that kind of sounds a little stupid, but just something like that to make it make sense.
I'm sure they're going to figure it out. Like, they have to. And obviously, none of it's finalized yet.
Right.
So we can't say anything until it's like
officially.
Like Marvel puts out a statement, or Sony puts out a statement, or whatever the case
Although
may be.
all of the, I know it's not official yet, but all of the cast, Elizabeth Olsen, Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr., Chris Hemsworth,
right.
Like a lot of the actors and actresses are coming out and saying like this is a big loss. Jeremy Renner tweeted something and was like, Sony, figure it out, or something like that. Like, you guys have to we want, or free Spider-Man or something. So it's not official yet, but it sounds like it could be within the next coming week.
And what I'm imagining is they'll try to do a Spider-Man movie, and then they might be like, oh, it didn't work out. Hey, you guys still want that 5% or whatever.
Yeah.
You want to continue how it was before. Or, hey, we've come to terms with the 50% thing, or whatever the case may be.
Because, in following up on that, what do you think after this deal ends or whatever? What do you think they do with Spider-Man? Because apparently Tom Holland's going to leave. I think if it's just Sony operated, I don't think he's going to stick with them.
Right.
Do you think? Because I was talking to a guy at work about it, and he thinks they're just going to cut the live action, and just focus on the animations, on the cartoons.
Right.
What do you think?
I think it's possible. I definitely think Marvel set themselves up with the Disney Plus and the What If and all that stuff, with using the actual characters to voice the things or be in the shows or whatever. So maybe if they do animated, they keep Tom Holland as the voice, which is possible.
Yeah.
Also, maybe they kind of go the route of, how Netflix did Marvel series, but they weren't canon to the MCU. So maybe they since it's not canon to what their movies are, maybe Tom Holland will show up as Spider-Man in it. I don't know the legalities of it all, or how it all will work out, but maybe they figure out like a loophole or a workaround. Hopefully. Or they...
I'm talking Sony, not Disney.
As far as Sony...
Like, what would Sony do with Spider-Man?
Oh, yeah. I mean, obviously, if the deal goes through, they're going to recast, probably, if Tom Holland's like, you know what, I'm good. Because Tom Holland does seem like he wants to work with that group of people. Yeah. As far as the people at Disney and Marvel, and obviously he's created some type of, at least a little bit of a relationship with them. Yeah. Through filming and all this other stuff. But I think they're going to go the same route they did when they rebooted Spider-Man, did Andrew Garfield. They're just going to recast it, not really talk about it or mention the last one or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, that's going to suck. But we gotta wait and see. I also read something. I didn't read too much in depth about it, but they said apparently Disney offered a second contract instead of the 50/50. Like, they said, we'll do 7 movies, this and that, upcoming, and I don't know if they're going to take it or not. I don't know if it's real. I don't know how legitimate it is, but
and maybe that's what'll happen. They'll say they'll keep the character going between both of them for X amount of movies. Yeah. And then when finally they get around to doing X-Men and Fantastic Four, they'll kind of shift focus to that. Yeah. And maybe work out with Sony, like, you know how Hulk can't be in a movie by himself. Right. Yeah. Maybe they work it out like with that, but like he's still in the movies. Yeah. But it's no longer solo Spider-Man movies. Yeah. Which honestly would probably be...
I'd rather have that than not have it at all.
Or maybe they go the route of... I don't know if they could figure this out or how that would work. Sony does Spider-Man. but they lend the character to the Avengers movies, or if they want him in like the Falcon movie, if that was a movie, and things like that. Kind of like how Hulk is. Like Hulk's not by himself in a movie, but Ragnarok was arguably a Hulk movie.
It was definitely a Planet Hulk.
You know what I mean? So maybe they'll kind of do that in the sense of Tom Holland will stay as Spider-Man, but they'll take care of single movies.
Yeah.
But because of maybe a contract working or a working relationship contract or something along those lines, they work out that if he's in a movie that Marvel produces, he can't be only person in there.
Right.
So they kind of work it like how they did with Hulk and Bruce Banner.
And
also they recast Bruce Banner too.
Yeah.
From Edward Norton too.
Yeah. And again, it's just a waiting game now. I have to imagine it's going to happen within the week or so.
Yeah, I mean they're probably going to move pretty quick. But
yeah. Which again, it sucks, but
yeah.
Hopefully they figure everything out because I really like Tom Holland. I like the movie so far, and I like what they have done in terms of setting everything up,
right,
and just building, like bringing the character to life in a way that it should have. It did justice for Spider-Man. So hopefully you could do that and just figure a deal out. Sony, Disney, come on. Do it for the fans.
We know you guys are maybe listening.
Yes.
So,
even if not, they're listening through the hacked microphones.
Eyes on you, Tiger.
It's just, again, it's like...
honestly, it sucks.
It sucks. And there's no matter what contract you have in place, in my eyes, and obviously I don't know everything about it, but you don't lose money. There's no possible way you lose money. Even in a 50-50 deal, you're not losing money.
I think it's honestly, it's corporations butting heads. They're both worried about...
two powerhouses.
They're both worried about money. Sony, not so much a powerhouse, because honestly, what else do they have currently besides...
Yeah, good point.
But I think it's just pretty much, we want money. No, we want money. So here, I'll use this. So as a kid, right? Mm-hmm. You'd play with a toy, and then you'd put it down, and you wouldn't play with it anymore. Then I would come up and play with that toy, and now you want to play with it again.
Yeah,
I think that's pretty much how it's working now, and it's kind of how I've personally been describing it to people that I would talk about it with. It's kind of now since he's like a high commodity, Spider-Man is. Sony's like, oh, you know what?
We want him back.
We want him back, or we want more of it, or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, I could see that.
And Disney's like, well, he wouldn't have been wanted as much if we didn't help create the movies.
Yeah.
But then Sony's like, no, that's not the case because we have Into the Spider-Verse and we have Venom and we still own rights to the character, so the character itself will bring people out. Because then honestly, they could talk about the Tobey Maguire movies and the fact that how they did okay. They did relatively well, I would say, for the time period. So they're like, oh, we already have a track record of people liking Sony exclusive Spider-Man movies. Yeah. Why are we going to give you guys such a big piece or whatever?
Well, again, we'll see.
It's going to suck, but we definitely will see. Yeah. Let's move to the next subject of D23 and Disney Plus.
Not Mighty Ducks 3.
So that's a Disney movie too. God, Disney owns everything.
I know.
So you know what's funny about that?
Sony is the last stone that Mickey needs.
You know what's funny about the Mighty Ducks?
What?
Disney owns that logo that was in the movie.
Yes, that's why
the team can't use it.
Yeah, that's why the hockey team can't use it anymore. So every time they use it,
which is gnarly.
I think it sucks because I love them jerseys.
No, it's super gnarly, but again, corporation stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll move to D23 and basically Disney Plus announcements. Can you pull it up maybe on your phone?
Oh, yeah.
So we can get a list. I know they're doing Mandalorian. They're doing that as a show. Star Wars.
Yeah, Star Wars.
They're also doing Obi-Wan.
Edwin McGregor.
Edwin McGregor is going to be Obi-Wan in the movie. Not in a movie, in a show. They announced... What else did they announce? I'm trying to remember.
They released
She-Hulk. They announced She-Hulk. They announced
Miss Marvel.
They announced Moon Knight.
Yeah.
They also announced the date to the sequel of Black Panther.
Yeah, it's March 6th, 2022.
Yeah.
No, 2022.
Is it 22?
I'm pretty sure it was 22.
Oh, okay.
If you go
on Disney's, I think Disney Plus has an Instagram channel. Instagram, what's it called? Profile. So it might have all the announcements on that.
Okay.
Just look up like Disney Plus or something.
Oh, and they Black Widow is coming out May of 2020.
Oh, okay.
Oh wait, no, we knew that. No, we didn't know the date.
We didn't know the date. They just announced the movies. I think.
Yeah. All right.
Well, or they didn't announce it. They said, "Hey, we're definitely doing this." It's not like speculation anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that lists everything that they did.
Okay. Raya and the Last Dragon.
It's probably going to be like a Disney show. Like
probably a new princess or something like that.
Oh, there's this detail I learned recently. Disney Plus by itself will be $7.99 or something like that.
Oh, really?
And then if you want Disney Plus with ESPN and Hulu, that's the one that's like $14.99.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought. It's $14.
Yeah,
not that what I thought. What I saw.
Yeah, standalone Disney Plus. So only Disney Plus, I think, is like $7.99 or $8.99 or something.
Oh, that's not bad.
But with ESPN Plus or whatever they called that, and then also Hulu stuff, they bumped the price up.
Yeah, which
I think they announced what? Right? Did they announce Rise of the Skywalkers? The thing?
The Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
Yes, it's. I mean, which was already. They already had a trailer for it.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah, and
I know they put out a trailer for The Mandalorian.
Yeah, which was pretty cool.
Which was super cool, for sure.
I don't remember much about it, but I do like it. Apparently, they released.
Oh, Lady and the Tramp.
I was just gonna say it. Yeah,
right.
They released a trailer for it, I think.
Yeah. It's going to be a show, right? It's going to be episodic?
No, it's a movie.
Oh, it's a movie?
Yeah, it's a movie.
Oh, I thought it was going to be a show on Disney Plus.
No. Wait, hold on. I'll tell you in a second.
If you could, I was going to say, pull it up. What did it say?
No, yeah, you're right.
Is it going to be a show?
It's, so Lady and the Tramp, a new take on a timeless classic. Only on Disney Plus, starts streaming on November 12th. And it starts November 12th.
That was the big announced date of when it's going to come out.
Oh, well,
and maybe it's going to be a movie exclusively for Disney Plus instead of, how they used to do straight to DVD releases?
Yeah.
Disney did. I guess instead of doing that, because they know Blu-rays and stuff aren't doing as well, they're just doing it straight to, what's it called? Their platform. Oh, Lizzie McGuire's getting a reboot. There's going to be fucking... Excuse my language, but I already cursed a bunch already. There's going to be, High School Musical, like a show?
I don't even care.
I don't care either, but I'm just trying to list.
I didn't know that was a thing, and that's something I don't want to talk about.
I'm just trying to list, like, all the stuff I remember them talking about.
So, also, Maleficent is called Mistress of Evil, and it's coming out October 18th.
Yeah, I think they had a trailer for that.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I liked the first one. I thought it was pretty cool.
Hey, you mind backing up just a little bit?
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're good. I'm seeing the fucking wavelengths like peak. So like, all right. Well, obviously, I'm a Star Wars fan in the most basic sense of the word Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
I'm presuming you're kind of the same way.
Yeah, I'm not.
You're kind of more of a Lord of the Rings guy.
Yeah.
But for what it's worth, all this shit looked really cool.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. I actually recently tried to find the DVDs or something of the prequels and the movies and stuff.
Yeah.
Just to watch it and kind of catch up on my information on who's what and who's doing what and stuff like that.
Right. And they so it was reported that Kit Harington was going to be in an upcoming Marvel film. We didn't know which one. They announced it. They announced his character.
Is he going to be Moon Knight?
No. That's what I thought he was going to be. Because I was talking, and And somebody said they thought he was either going to be Moon Knight or
I think it was Wolverine
or
was the other
Wolverine,
option.
which I think was that me and you talking about that?
It might have been. We might have mentioned it, but I saw it online in an article.
I did not want him. I do not think he'd be a great Wolverine. I really don't. I don't think it would have been good. I just don't think he's a great actor, but I don't think he has that like badass type mentality. To
nothing, Wolverine.
Yeah, exactly. It would be something like that. So they announced who he's going to be.
I missed that.
It's not Moon Knight.
Obviously not Wolverine.
No, it's obviously not Wolverine. Yeah, because I just totally trashed that idea. He is going to be in the Eternals.
Oh, cool.
So he gets back with Rob Stark since he's in that movie as well. He's going to be called. The character is Dane Whitman, and his alias is Black Knight. The Black Knight.
Oh, so basically, Jon Snow, but just in Marvel.
Exactly, but it's perfect.
But no,
it's perfect.
It makes hella sense. Yeah, no, for sure.
And before we started recording, because I wanted to talk about it and figured we would have been talking about it. I looked up a little bit of the character background. He's not a villain. He's a superhero. But in the comics, what happened? So pretty much like it's somebody that you get the powers from the sword. It's a mystical sword.
Kind of Thor-ish.
Yes, exactly. And it's been in his family since dating back all the way to medieval times. Yeah. And I think one of his uncles was the Black Knight 2. It said the Black Knight 2, but he was a villain.
Okay.
So when he took the mantle over, he wound up running into the Avengers, and the Avengers attack him because they think it's his uncle.
Right.
But what happens is they realize they messed up, and they make him I think they said honorary member of the Avengers or a provisional member.
Oh, okay.
Of the Avengers, and he infiltrates the Masters of Evil, which is why they wind up letting him in, and that's how he gained their trust.
Right.
So, what he's going to do with the Eternals, I don't think he's a main member of the Eternals. I think what's going to happen is he's going to be, like, they're going to introduce his character in the movie and then go from there. You know what I mean? So, that's pretty cool now that we know who Kit Harington's going to be.
Yeah, no, for sure. That's cool.
And he was like one of the last cast members to go from Game of Thrones to Marvel. So I guess he figured, like, let me jump on that boat.
Yeah.
I thought
what ESPN update we got?
Cheat sheet.
Tell the people.
Let Eric Carabell, Field Yates, and Mike Clay help you dominate your fantasy football draft. Oh yeah,
sure.
I had
I
had a fantasy draft last week.
All right.
So
Star Wars stuff seems cool.
Yeah. Oh, I was reading something today. Now that you said that, apparently they released a clip that hasn't been released to the public yet. At D23 of what's the girl's name?
Rey,
wielding a double lightsaber.
Like Darth Maul type shit?
Yep.
Nice.
And they said people are freaking out over it.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
So in that trailer for the Rise of Skywalker...
I didn't watch that one. I watched the Mandalorian one.
It's really... But this one's been out for a while.
Oh, okay. I must have missed it.
I think it was released at the San Diego Comic-Con.
Probably.
Or something like that. But the very end of the trailer, you hear a laugh. And it's... Palpatine.
Oh shit!
So he's coming back. So he's back.
Yeah.
So I'm actually interested because I know who that character is. He's from the older movies. So I'm actually kind of excited to see it because you're gonna see a lot of turnaround. But apparently they're making more after this. I thought this was the end of it, but
I think they're doing spin-offs like Boba Fett will get a movie.
But I thought, because I saw them, they did The Mandalorian. I thought they X'd all of the spin-offs after Han Solo. I guess. I mean, obviously not, but...
Well, they opened up Galaxy's Edge in California Disney.
Oh, yeah?
Disney, was that Land or that World?
Land.
That would be Land, because
World is Florida. Yeah.
So in Disneyland, they opened up Galaxy's Edge, which is like a Star Wars-themed amusement area. So I'm guessing to fuel that and to keep putting stuff into it, they want to keep going with different movies and stuff, so they can insert that into the amusement part of Disneyland.
Yeah, so they're
doing an Avengers one too, right?
Yeah, it's called, so let me see, because I'm actually looking at it. So this is Marvel's Instagram page.
Yeah.
Your favorite superheroes are coming to Disney parks across the world. Learn more at marvel.com. So what they did was, man, I had it. Let me go to, because this is where it was to get a better description of what it is. No, there we go. So here's your first look at the Avengers-themed e-ticket attraction that will be assembling to Disney California Adventure. So I guess what it is, it's like they're making it like an Avengers campus, pretty much. Okay. So it's going to be all Avengers themed. Yeah. Like you could see, I don't know if.
Yeah, I've seen the photo. That. Yeah, we can't even check if that was in focus or whatever.
Yeah, but it's like almost like a Avengers building, and I'm still not 100% sure. I'm still not 100% sure what it is, but it looks pretty cool, and I'm very interested in it.
No, for sure. Okay, so let's talk about the shows a little bit.
Yes.
Star Wars stuff, cool, awesome. We're both kind of fans, not crazy into it though. Marvel stuff.
She-Hulk,
super awesome.
I know.
Did they announce kind of what it's going to be about? Did they
no, I don't think. That? I don't.
They just announced that it was going to be a thing.
Yeah, they just announced the ideas for the shows and everything like that. Real quick, I know it's not a show, but they also revealed a suit Black Widow is going to wear in her movie, and it's literally all white with black spots, like outlines, and then the red Black Widow belt, which was pretty cool. But I'm excited for She-Hulk. I think it could definitely be. I definitely think it could be something pretty good. Mm-hmm. And these are all supposed to be intertwined with the movies, right?
Yeah, they basically, I think they went on record a couple of times saying any of the shows within Disney Plus that Marvel does will be intertwined to some degree with the movies.
Good, and that's how it should be.
Yeah.
Because I really don't like the TV show.
The Netflix situation was weird. Yeah. They didn't even acknowledge that those people existed.
And that's something else too. Going back to the Spider-Man thing, apparently there was a rumor that. So, spoiler warning: if you haven't seen it yet, it's your fault, and I don't care. So at the end credit scene where Mysterio sent out the video of him outing Peter Parker as Spider-Man. Apparently, in the next movie, the plan was to have Matt Murdock as his attorney, because apparently he finds himself in legal trouble for all that.
Yeah.
They have Matt Murdock as his attorney.
Yeah.
Which is Daredevil.
Are you asking me? You about to tell me?
No, and that would have been crazy.
That would have been really cool.
Insane,
no, for sure. That would be a good way to introduce all of them too.
Yeah, because Spider-Man and Daredevil had a good run too. They actually fought each other a lot.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm just, all right. You said Netflix and it made me.
No, yeah, I get it.
But I don't. Getting back to what we were saying about the TV shows, I don't like the fact that they didn't mix them. I think, especially if you're using it for like Loki, Falcon, and Winter Soldier, like you're using all the same people. Why not intertwine the movies and shows? You know what I mean? It only makes sense. But we'll get back to the shows. What do you think about She-Hulk?
I'm super. I like it. I like the choice. I feel like that's a character that not a lot of people talk about too often.
Yeah.
But is someone who's kind of been intertwined with a lot of different characters and factions as of recently.
Yeah.
I have, and don't quote me on any of this, but I'm pretty sure she's some type of attorney in the books currently.
Yes, she is.
And then also, she's interacted with, excuse me, she's interacted with Spider-Man, R.I.P. She's interacted with the Avengers. She's interacted with the West Coast Avengers.
Yeah.
She's interacted with a lot of people in the books.
Yeah.
So she is like jumping character to character, kind of like how, like Captain America would, or something like that.
Yeah, and it's also now that because I'm actually just thinking about this now that we're talking about it. It's a good way to bring in at this point it's a good time to bring She-Hulk in because of Hulk of Bruce Banner.
Yeah.
He's not recovering from the snap.
Yeah.
So he's pretty much at this point useless.
Yeah.
For the most part. So
he's so smart.
Well, no, I know that. Yeah, that's why I said for the most part.
I think he's going to take more of a Tony Stark role because Tony Stark is no longer there.
Yeah. So that is a good replacement.
Mm-hmm.
You know, She-Hulk for Hulk.
Right.
It's tough to talk about when you don't really know too much about
just
the ideas of the shows.
Titles, yeah.
So, Ms. Marvel. How about that?
That's super cool too. I want to know what route they're going to go because I know in the most recent run of books, I think they're still keeping it this way too. I want to say her name is Kamala something.
Kamala Khan.
Yeah, it's Kamala Khan, which is like a little Middle Eastern girl who gets these powers, and she kind of goes the route of Spider-Man. Is that she's so young, she's still trying to figure out everything.
Yeah, because her costume is like a purple mask, like a little mask that goes over the eyes.
Yeah,
and she has like a big skirt dress type deal. Yeah, and then a scarf. Yeah, so it's like a kid put it together. You know what I mean? Yeah,
for sure.
And then. What her powers are, like she's pretty much a female version of Mr. Fantastic, right? Like she pretty much stretches.
So. You want to look that up? Because I'm pretty sure that is the route that they went.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I think that's.
I could be wrong. I'm not positive. I haven't read any of the Miss Marvel books.
I haven't either. The only reason, honestly, I'll be honest. The only reason why I knew about her was because of Marvel's Puzzle Quest. Yeah. The game. Mm-hmm. I always get Kamala Khan and I'm not obviously I have better characters than that, but or better players. So let me see. I will go to J-Info. Oh, she's only been around since 2013.
Yeah, she's pretty new.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh no, never mind. That's a lie.
Maybe the current iteration's only been around since 2013.
Maybe, yeah. Because it has two different pictures. Because it says the first Miss Marvel #1 came out in January 1977. So.
I guess the Kamala Khan one is the 2013 one, though. Yeah. I don't think that's the route.
Oh, well, because Carol Danvers was Miss Marvel. Oh, that's right. It used to be Miss Marvel. That's right, before it was Captain Marvel. Right. Yeah, that's right. Okay. All right, so let's look at Kamala Khan because they give us. Oh yeah, so she was 2013. She's a 16. Oh, never mind. I'm sorry. She is the fourth character to take the Ms. Marvel name. Khan's first appearance was in November 2013. Mm-hmm. She's a 16-year-old Pakistani American from Jersey City, New Jersey.
Yeah, I forgot that little detail. She is from New Jersey.
All right, that's cool. Who idolizes Carol Danvers. Khan was given her own Ms. Marvel series, which premiered on February 2014, becoming Marvel's first Muslim character to headline her own comic book. Mm-hmm. I didn't know that either. Of course, it's not telling me her powers.
Can you look up Kamala Khan? Like maybe she has her own wiki.
Yeah.
Or
actually, that's where I'm getting all this stuff from. Is from Wikipedia. Kamala.
We know it can be edited, but it got sources and it's pretty accurate all the time. High school teachers be damned. I like using Wikipedia.
They actually tried doing a lot more. I think it's going to give me exactly what I just read.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for the most part.
It doesn't give like the power list.
Oh well, no. This is a little more in depth.
Okay.
All right. Nope, never mind. No, it doesn't. She's an Inhuman.
Okay.
So, I'm pretty sure that's her. I'm pretty sure. Oh, never mind.
Let's say.
Abilities are shape-shifting and healing factor.
Okay, so Mr. Fantastic, basically.
Yes. That she... Okay, so... Oh, alright, so it does give me a little more. Alright, so Khan is a teenage Pakistani-American from Jersey City, New Jersey, with shape-shifting abilities, who discovers that she has inhuman genes, which is how you figure out you're an inhuman. You just don't get the powers. They have to be activated, pretty much. Inhuman genes in the aftermath of the Inhumanity storyline, and assumes the mantle of Ms. Marvel from her idol Carol Danvers after Danvers becomes Captain Marvel. Marvel's announcement that a Muslim character would headline a comic book was met with widespread reaction, and the first volume of Ms. Marvel won the Hugo Award for Best Graphic Story in 2015.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so she's she's pretty much a female Mr. Fantastic, but I don't think Mr. Fantastic has the
healing factor. He could shapeshift up.
Yeah, that's all. That's about it.
And I guess IQ, superb intelligence, is a thing they give people as a superpower. So we touched She-Hulk. We touched Star Wars as much as we could. We touched Sony issues.
Moon Knight.
Moon Knight, yes. I know pretty much nothing about Moon Knight.
Moon Knight is...
I don't know if you've read any of his books before, or
I know,
read books with him in it.
I know a little bit, but not a whole lot.
That's what the internet's for.
Alright, so again, we're going wiki.
I know a lot of people like Moon Knight.
Yeah, because after the whole Punisher thing and Daredevil, a lot of people were calling Netflix
to do a Moon
Knight series.
Yeah, I know. I've been hearing his name for a while as far as like doing a show or live action version.
Yeah. So,
excuse me.
He was... Let me just go to the whole
He's
thing.
essentially like Marvel's Batman, is he not?
No, he has powers.
Oh, okay.
So his first appearance was in Werewolf by Night, number 32, August of 1975.
Yeah.
His alter ego is Mark Spector.
Okay.
Let me see. He's a hero, obviously.
Right.
There we go. Alright, so he was a character. Moon Knight was ranked by Wizard Magazine as the 149th greatest comic book character of all time.
Oh, wow.
Also listed Moon Knight as the 89th greatest comic book character. I don't know what that means because they just said 149th and then 89th. I don't know.
Well, 149th superhero.
Greatest comic book character of all time, and then IGN also listed Moon Knight as the 89th. Okay.
IGN.
So, that's a great stating that Moon Knight is more or less the concept of what would have happened if Batman were to suffer a multiple personality disorder.
Was kind of right.
Yeah, you were kind of right. All right, well, I am sorry. My apologies.
Cool. Does it go into detail about what he can do and stuff?
Yeah, I just looked it up. So he's a mercenary. Over the course of his life as a boxer, U.S. Marine, mercenary, and a costume superhero, Mark Spector has become an expert at hand-to-hand combat techniques and martial arts such as boxing, kung fu, eskrima, judo, karate, ninjutsu, savate, and Muay Thai.
Right.
So I thought he had powers.
So he's a martial artist, but with split personalities.
Yeah. Yeah, because during the day, he's just regular, and then at night, he becomes Moon Knight.
Right.
So what happens is... what was I going? I got a phone call, so I got to wait for it to stop ringing. So...
You can answer it if you want.
No, that's all right. All of my...
It'll be interesting content.
All my info. All right, here we go. All right. So he's a gymnast and excels at a combat strategist. Yeah. He employs a variety of weapons over the course of his career, including throwing darts, nunchuck, bow staff, and a truncheon. Taskmaster is his
villain of choice.
Yeah. But Taskmaster is going to be the villain in Black Widow, so maybe there's a tie in there.
Maybe.
So, superpowers. Spectre gained his... Oh, yeah. So he does have superpowers, too.
Oh, okay.
I thought so. He just can just punch you in the face really hard. Different ways. So Spectre gained his superhuman powers as a result of a visitation by the Egyptian moon god Khonshu.
Let me see. Yeah, I think Khonshu is correct.
Khonshu, yeah. So Moon Knight's strength, endurance, and reflexes are enhanced depending upon the phases of the moon. So it's all off the moon. So full moon, he's full strength. Half moon, all that.
Yeah.
So, and that's why he can only do it at night.
Yeah, and that's why it kind of probably has something to do with multiple where it's multiple personalities.
Yeah. So at some unspecific point in time, Moon Knight is thought to have lost these powers. He is last seen using his lunar super strength while in the West Coast Avengers, a team he leaves in 1989.
Oh,
so he was a part of the West Coast Avengers too.
There you go.
So that one's going to be very interesting. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, a lot of people like him, like a lot.
Yeah.
Like I always hear his name in superhero conversations. And again, I apologize for my ignorance, but I don't know much about him.
I don't either.
It kind of goes the same way as how I feel about Shang-Chi. Like I'm excited just to see how they do it because I don't know a lot about him.
Well, and like what we were talking about, I couldn't even believe it. So I was rewatching the first Iron Man, and the name of the movie is Shang-Chi, The Legend of the Ten Rings.
And the reference 10 rings in the first Iron Man. Right?
Yeah, well, the 10 Rings was the organization that kidnapped Tony Stark.
Right.
And then they caused Iron Man.
Right.
So it's pretty cool. And the main guy of the 10 Rings is the Mandarin. That's why I to this day still have only seen it once because I despise it. In Iron Man 3, the Mandarin has 10 rings on. But the problem is they tried to do it like he's the main villain and everything, but now, obviously, we know he was a actor, and now we're going to get an actual Mandarin, which I'm excited for. So.
Yeah, that pretty much touches everything that happened so far, right?
Yeah. For the most part.
Yeah, I can't think of anything that we might have missed or didn't talk about.
No, we pretty much hit a lot of it. We hit most of it.
Most of it,
sure.
Not all of it that was newly announced or newly talked about.
Yeah.
We mentioned Black Panther getting a date, like the second one.
And it's the same director and everything.
Yeah.
They're bringing him back.
Coogler, yeah.
Yes, that's it. I couldn't remember his name.
Yeah, Coogler. The Cougs. Cougs, man. All right, so I guess that pretty much sums it up.
Yeah.
I don't know how long this episode runs because my phone that's currently filming us is blocking the time or the duration of what we went for.
I mean, we definitely ran.
What does it say? Oh, hey, we're at like 47 minutes, maybe?
Oh, that's not bad.
That's not bad at all.
No.
We're getting better at not
rambling.
Tangentially rambling about random shit that has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Anyway, my name is Elias, a.k.a. Carm32. The godfather, so to speak, of this here podcast in the parking lot. I'm going to plug my socials. No, it's fine. I'll just put it in the description below.
Yeah.
Sir?
Pepper here. Always a pleasure, my fellow loiterers. Our fellow loiterers.
Yeah. Plug the YouTube channel.
And don't forget to follow Pep's Pokey Reveals. Almost at 300 subscribers now.
Oh, cool. I didn't check. I've been watching a couple videos every now and then. But
I'm on like 241.
I didn't check. Nice, dude.
Yeah.
Well done.
Thank you.
Congrats, man. All right, cool.
All right.
I think we can agree. I'm about to get some food after this. Peace!
Later.